Welcome to Stay Here, the ultimate arena where brands, companies, and industries go head-to-head. We dive deep into revenue, capital, and global influence to uncover who's confidently really on top. From billion-dollar empires to everyday favorites, Stay Here brings you the battles that shape our world. Stay curious, stay informed.
War has evolved beyond trenches and infantry charges. Today, conflicts are waged in labs, cyber command centers, and government treasuries. The battlefield is now a contest of budgets and technological innovation. The ammunition? Trillions of dollars, advanced algorithms, and intellectual capital. Two titans dominate this arena, the United States and China. The US has long been the heavyweight in military spending, projecting power globally. China, rising rapidly, strategically builds its military to rival the US. This is a global showdown for supremacy, with stakes in the hundreds of billions annually. Combined, these nations spend over $1 trillion on defense each year. This financial engine drives an intense arms race, reshaping economies. Dollars fund hypersonic missiles, AI-driven jets, and surveillance satellites. This is the story of how money is weaponized on an unprecedented scale. We will explore the strategies, technologies, and societal costs involved. This rivalry is not just about military hardware, it's about shaping the future. The contest for supremacy is happening now, influencing every nation. Its outcome will define the destiny of the world. The US military is a global force, with a budget exceeding $900 billion annually. This investment supports over 750 military bases in 80-plus countries. It's about global presence, projecting power anywhere, anytime. The US boasts the most advanced arsenal, including 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. Stealth bombers and cutting-edge tech give its forces an edge. The Pentagon spends $1.6 million per minute funding every warfare domain. The U.S. Space Force and vast intelligence networks aim for total information dominance. Yet, maintaining this machine is a colossal task, both financially and strategically. Focus has shifted from counter-terrorism to facing a new Eastern rival. The American Titan must adapt to a challenge unseen in generations. It must pivot its power to face a nation with resources and ambition. The U.S. is now in a race to maintain its supremacy. The challenge is to balance global power with emerging threats. The stakes are high, and the world watches as the U.S. adapts. The outcome will shape the future of global military power. The American Titan must evolve to meet the challenge head-on. China's military, once seen as backward, is now a formidable force. Its budget has increased for nearly 30 years, potentially reaching $700 billion. This investment transforms the People's Liberation Army rapidly. Unlike the US, China's focus is regional dominance, especially in the Indo-Pacific. Its strategy, anti-access area denial, aims to deter US intervention. Military-civil fusion blurs lines between tech and military, accelerating growth. China leverages AI, quantum computing, and telecom for military gains. Its goal, modernize by 2035, achieve parity or superiority by 2049. Each new warship and missile is a step toward this goal. The Rising Dragon is a present-day reality, not a future threat. China's ascent reshapes the global power landscape. Oceans are the stage for US-China military competition. Control of seas means control of trade and power projection. China's Navy, the largest by ship count, surpasses the US Navy. However, the US holds an edge in capability and global reach. Its fleet includes 11 nuclear-powered carriers, unmatched in power. China's strategy focuses on asymmetrical warfare, countering US assets. Anti-ship missiles create no-go zones for US carriers. The race is quality versus quantity, global projection versus regional denial. The US invests in unmanned vessels and advanced submarines. China continues relentless shipbuilding, adding to its fleet annually. The South China Sea and Taiwan Strait are flashpoints. The naval arms race will determine control of vital waterways. The balance of power on the seas is shifting. The outcome will shape maritime dominance in the 21st century. The next war may be fought with code, not weapons. The digital domain is the new front line between America and China. Both nations invest billions in AI and cyber warfare. The US leverages Silicon Valley for AI-driven military systems. China uses military-civil fusion to harness tech for military gains. The race for technological supremacy is a gamble with global stability. Space is now a military high ground, critical in US-China competition. Satellites are vital for military communications and intelligence. The US Space Force signals America's intent to dominate space. China challenges this with counter-space capabilities and independent infrastructure. A war in space would devastate global economies reliant on satellites. The militarization of space creates a precarious situation. The destruction of satellites could cripple global infrastructure. As weapons deploy into orbit, space becomes a potential battlefield. The struggle for the high ground is a global gamble. The fallout from conflict in space would affect the entire world. Military supremacy comes at a staggering cost. U.S. defense spending strains domestic priorities like healthcare and infrastructure. Critics question if military dominance sacrifices long-term economic health. China faces its own costs, with military spending impacting innovation. The arms race is a marathon, testing economic and social resilience. The winner may not have the best weapons but the strongest economy. The price of power is immense, and the bill is coming due. The US-China competition is driven by long-term visions. China aims to transform its military by 2049, marking a historic ambition. This goal envisions a world where China sets global rules. The US plays defense, preserving the existing international order. It must modernize its military and strengthen alliances. The strategy is about managing perpetual competition. The path to 2049 is fraught with peril and potential conflict. A clash over Taiwan or cyberspace could spiral into war. The world enters a dangerous phase, possibly a second Cold War. Decisions in Washington and Beijing will shape the future. The outcome will determine global stability or conflict. The US-China rivalry sets the world on an uncertain course. The race for military dominance defines power and global order. The US leads in technology and alliances, but China rises rapidly. The spending and technology gaps are closing, shifting power. This competition places the world on a knife's edge. A US-China war would be catastrophic, affecting the entire globe. The future depends on choices in Washington and Beijing. Will this lead to stable coexistence or historic tragedy? The race is not just about budgets and weapons. It is the defining geopolitical drama of our time.